What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Furcloud and today we are going to be making that bass sound from last week's tutorial, the Kasablanca bass, and yeah, so this is how it sounds. And this is the MIDI, and together with the lead that we did last time, it sounds like this. Alright, so let's recreate the bass today, and yeah, so let's start. Let's copy our MIDI, and let's duplicate our channel, and as usual, let's just keep our original Serum as a reference. So now let's open our new instance of Serum. Let's just make it a little bit bigger, and let's start from scratch. Just like that. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna turn on the filter, and we're gonna filter oscillator B, oscillator A, B, and noise and sub. It sounds like that. Now let's just add a little bit of drive to about 26%, and fatness as well to 26%. All right, so and now let's change the filter to MG-Low 18. And yeah, so I think we're done with the filter, and because this is a bass sound and we are hearing some overlapping notes, let's just hit that mono button in the voicing, and let's move to our oscillators. All right, so oscillator A, we're going to turn the octave to -2, like that. And we're going to turn the unison to 5 and the detune to 0.04. Now let's go to oscillator B, let's turn it on, and let's turn the unison to 2, the detune to 0.02, and yeah, and the semitones to -5 to create a fifth. All right, just like that. And now let's turn on our sub oscillator. Let's select the saw wavetable. Let's take the octave to -2 and put that pin back to 0%. And yeah, just leave the level as it is. And now let's turn on the noise oscillator and select the analog bright white sample. And let's turn the level to about 38%. All right, now let's move to our envelope 1, and let's turn the decay to 1.6, and our sustain to -6.6 dB, and our release to 1.4 seconds. Where is it? Right here, 1.4 seconds. All right, so we're done with the envelope 1, and we're not attaching this to anything. So now let's move to our envelope 2, and let's attach this thing to the filter cutoff. Just like that. And now let's turn the attack to 2 milliseconds. Just a little bit here. 1.9 is fine. And now let's move the decay to 430 milliseconds, somewhere there. 430 milliseconds. The sustain to 44%. And the release to 350 milliseconds. 350 milliseconds. And now just edit this thing like this. And yeah. right, so I think we're done with the envelopes. Now let's go to our LFO1 and let's turn the rate to 2 bars here and edit our shape here, just like that. And now let's attach this thing to our detune of oscillator B, our detune of oscillator B and A, and now let's do the same to B, somewhere here. And now let's attach this to the filter cutoff here. Now what this will do, the LFO will just open up the detune here, making the sound more wider and more stereo, as well just opening up the filter here and the cutoff to just make the sound more open and more interesting because it evolves now. Yeah, so we're done with the LFO1. Now let's move to our LFO2. And I believe this is attached to the fine tune of both oscillators, oscillator A and B. So let's just attach that to that. And that's around like 8, and that goes to oscillator B as well. All right, so I think we're done with the oscillators. Now let's go to the effects section and let's turn on hyper dimension. And let's turn the mix of hyper to about 27% here. And the mix of the dimension to 27% as well. Now this will again just make the sound more wide and more lush. Now let's turn on our distortion. And let's turn the drive to 50% and the mix to 50% as well. All right, now let's add some chorus. And here we're just gonna turn the mix to about 25%. That's it for the chorus. And last thing in the effects section, let's just add some reverb and just keep it as it is, like that. All right, so I think we're done with the oscillators, effects, and now we can go to our matrix. And the last thing we're gonna add here is the Chaos One attached to the global master tune. Just put it at like 3 here and both sides. And yeah, this was gonna be at around 4 here, and this will just make the sound more analog and more imperfected, like a real analog synth. So yeah, I think we're done. Let's just compare the sounds to original. This is the original one, and this is the new one. All right, sounds really the same here. Yeah, so this is the MIDI. Sounds like this. Anyways, guys, that's how you make a really analog, lush, and warm synth bass using X for Serum, inspired by Kasablanca's track Phoenix. If you like this preset, feel free to grab it on my Patreon, as well as just support this channel. It really means a lot to me. And also, you can just like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you really soon in hopefully the next video. All right, guys, peace and take care.